instead of charging to take the cabinets and put new cabinets.
That would be 2,000, or, they would do that for that cost,
For
and just
59,
add
38.
plus net, plus 400. So I think you're looking at probably 60, pretty close to $63,000. Well, this is a big difference. Sequin Evo Homes, total remodel proposal for Colquhoun Township Hall, drywall prep and all demo drywall install, knockdown, complete paint refinish, cabinet rehab with Rust-Oleum kit, new sidewall insulation, permit dumpsters, floor protect for future floor install, 110-inch baseboard painted install, 148 feet of casing painted and installed, 2 Anderson 100 series triple sliders with colonial grids for airflow. $9,946.94. That's a $53,000 difference.
It's gotta be a mistake.
For who?
Whatever.
That's a big difference.
Put it back up for RFP.
Yeah, I think that we need to,
Table it. I'll make a
Table
motion to
this.
table it and go out for a new RFP.
this option, and, how's this? I'd like to adjust that motion if possible, Charlie, to, find out what Sequin has in comparison here, because I don't think that he followed the RFP.
I don't think you did.
Didn't he turn that in before the RFP was even done?
No, his other
No.
one, this
Okay.
This
is
is the newest.
because this don't have, doors and stuff on
He
it.
didn't follow the,
So,
sadly
think
to
it's-
say, if that's the case, then you almost would accept the other one, but it's just too
the other one's
substantially
way
different.
Yeah.
Too big.
Okay, I will, second that motion to table the senior remodeling proposals. Anybody else with that?
I made the motion,
And
you
you
seconded
seconded
it.
it? Aye.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Favor that. Township rental agreements revised, hall, pavilion, etc. Kaylee gave me, the township hall rental agreement, and, she said that she had showed it to Lori and asked that the attorney review it, and this is what Mike Homier sent to us. So, my opinion is it's something else to, look into, as we just got this today. So I don't know if there's been enough time to review. I
I
know,
hate to do it.
There also needs to be a look at revenues and expenditures.
Well, here's a question. Page 5. I'd make a motion to accept page 5 now.
It's a lot simpler than what we have.
This would make everything so much easier if we handed this to people when they're signing a contract with us, because it's very, and legal says it's permissible. So I would actually say.
Legal says it's permissible just to approve one piece
No,
of
they
that.
they say this is the guidance,
let's just
Yeah.
wait.
It's
till-
an entire contract, I think we should be careful with
Whatever.
that.
because, whatever.
No, I agree with you, it's better than what we
Then,
have. by
then
far.
shove it.
But we haven't had,
Who's making the
we haven't
motion?
had time to compare what,
Who's making the motion, that's all.
I'm gonna make a motion to, table.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Waste Management Representative Jill Reynolds.
That's me.
Sorry
Do you
you had
mind?
to wait so long.
No, this is part of the job. Thank
Trash
you.
talk now.
I know we're going to talk some trash. I love it. I had a very formal speech written up that we're just going to talk this evening. And if you've ever met me, some of you have, I'm not super formal. So my running joke is I come in and talk trash, and that's my favorite thing. So my name's Jill Rowley. I'll give you my background a little bit. I've been with WM for over 20 years. I started when I was in college, got my master's degree, kind of went through the ranks, and here I stand before you this evening talking trash. So WM, I've been around enough. I've seen people come, I've seen people go, I've seen them come back, and WM really is top tier. I know I'm biased, but I'll tell you a little bit more about WM. So thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to stand before you this evening. And I'll be back sometime in the next few months. Your community's waste contract's going to be on the agenda, and you're going to have to select a hauler. So we'll go through this again, and we'll talk again. And you know, waste, it's super important. It's oftentimes your community's largest bill, and it's what's going to make your phone ring the most. So people are passionate about their trash. If it's not clockwork, if it's late, if it's early, your phone's going to ring. There are several things I want to talk with you about tonight, and I just hope as we go over this over the next few months, you just kind of think about them and consider the importance of each one of them. As I mentioned, WM, we are the industry leader. There's a couple of reasons why. Service, safety, technology. Hands down, we are superior than anybody else. We have truck technology that is just phenomenal, and if you ever want to do a touch a truck, sit in our trucks and see all the various cameras and safety features, I would love that. We'll bring a truck in the parking lot. Other companies may stand in front of you at some point and say, oh yeah, we have that too. And they do. They have something similar. Hands down, something similar. It doesn't touch what we have. It's Smart Truck. We've actually partnered with Smart Truck. What other companies have is very diluted of what WM offers. Not only do we have the cameras and the safety feature in the Smart Truck, we have GPS. So as they traverse the streets in your community, we'll be able to follow it. And if a resident calls in and says, they're usually here by 10 and it's 3, we can see that he's not been by yet, or actually he was by, and we can view the camera footage and, oh my gosh, your trash wasn't out when he came by at 8:30. So it really helps us zero in on what we need to educate residents about with their trash. We're also expanding our digital self-service options. So residents can communicate with WM at their convenience. They're not having to call into your office, take time away from what you're doing during business hours only. They can go on the website, they can go chat, they can use the WM app, schedule bulk, report a missed pickup. They need a container swap because the lid's broken or a wheel broke, a snowplow pulverized it. They can all go online and do that, get a service confirmation, and not have to bother you. Some of your neighbors also have local websites, and this is something new that we're showcasing that really will tell a resident everything they need to know. It'll give them their service schedule, recycle calendar, yard waste calendar, holidays. It will even do service alerts. So if there's a winter day that we just can't run because it's not safe, it will broadcast it on the Kilcullen Township site that says, hey, keep it out, we'll be back tomorrow. Also, we have a strong disposal network, so we have our own landfills and our own material recovery facilities. We're also building a new one in Detroit, which means we don't have to rely on any third-party vendors to dispose of any material. We handle it start to finish, so the potential for service interruptions from a third party is just non-existent. We control all of that. And, I live 10 minutes from here. We live, we work, we play in your community. The average tenure of the driver out of the Saginaw Hauling District, which is who would haul this, is 10 years. Which says a lot, I think, not only about WM, but also the type of driver you would have working in your community. I have some literature here. It's not much, as I say, when we do the proposal unveiling and all that good stuff, you'll get a lot, and you'll be tired of my face. But I'm always here. My teammates are always here. Sean Charbonneau's the DM. He couldn't make it tonight. But if you have any questions on anything, even if it's something you think is totally off the wall, we're here to help, and we're happy to help. Any questions?
Thank you for your time.
Thanks for letting me come out here. Do you want me to just put it on the table?
Yes,
and-
please.
Goes a little bit, talks about Michigan and what assets we have, where, within any, within Clallam Township, there's a hauling district within an hour. So if there was ever a need for more equipment, something happened, we can pull from other sites. And thanks for letting me come in here. And I appreciate everything you do. I know what you do is sometimes a thankless job. So I appreciate all your scrutiny over trash.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Custodial services applications. Kayla, you posted this in the Licking County Journal, and the only one that we have received is from Dan Wozni, is that correct?
That is correct.
Was it on the website? Or on the Facebook page?
I believe it was on the Facebook page. I can double check with that, but
What were
It
we
was
discussed?
in-
Wasn't it discussed to put it in the county journal?
it was discussed to put it in the newspaper. So that's,
The Facebook page doesn't cost anything and it reaches a lot bigger audience.
Did you
So
try?
I never had access to the one. But it could have been put up very easily, just like we contact Jocelyn for everything else. And we pay her to do it, so. I'm just curious.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
So this position in question is gonna be how many more hours? Because I seen when I was going through the bills, Janice has been taking care of that. How many hours are we going to assign over to the assistant?
I don't know, I thought the goal was to kind of give Dennis a little bit of a break on a lot of what he's doing. That's what I know that Dennis's hours and stuff, once we bought the power washer, I think some of those hours were the playground equipment, we painted the concession stand inside, we power washed all the spiders off of all the buildings, I think.
I'm just
But I
asking.
don't know that his hours are gonna be larger, but to me, I think Dennis does an exceptionally well job all over the place, and to me, I think what we talked about before, correct me if I'm wrong, was this is gonna take care of and help on the hall rentals, and there's 2 people needed and stuff. So I don't know that, but he's gone, or I'd ask him.
I'm just asking because we had X dollars budgeted, which means, well, we're gonna be in a position very soon to where we will have to make a budget amendment because it costs money to bring on a second person, even if it's only 20 hours a month, but the hall's been busy, the park is busy. I'm just asking that question, are we looking at the same?
No matter who gets hired, the same question's gonna be there.
I grasp that. I'll hire 20 people, but if I don't have no money to pay them, it does no good to hire anybody, is what I'm trying to say.
Correct.
So-
Are we broke?
You don't just spend like it's,
No, but, I mean,
Okay.
Charlie, you're the one who asked about the windows need to be done right. Now everything's being done right to the likings of, I think, the township officials, so now you have somebody to teach another person, hey,
I'm
this is
asking
how we
a
do
question.
things. And I'm
What
trying
are
to,
we looking at to budget time-wise. That we're gonna say, hey, Dan, I need you to come in a couple hours a day, or what day, or whatever. I mean, I hire somebody, I know what I'm gonna pay them before I hire them, and I know how much is budgeted before I hire them. I'm just saying, I'm asking a question. And I know he's been super busy because we've had this trash issue with the toilet backing up. It's almost a monthly issue. So it demands extra time on him. I get that. And yeah, the facility looks great, but the question is, are we gonna silhouette it, and so Dennis gets 30 hours this month, Dan's gonna have 30 hours? This is what I'm asking.
No,
And is it gonna be equivalent pay to what Dennis is making, which was, there was never a budget amended for that either when we made that switch, I believe, for FICA, for all of the reporting that has to happen, as well as the budgeting for the insurance.
so you don't hold Dennis's FICA and stuff?
Yes.
No, it's pulled,
Yes.
but it has to be budgeted. It has to be on an approved budget, and there's been no budget amendments. So this would be adding on another layer on the budget that wasn't amended properly to start with, because remember, our previous custodian was actually a contractor, and Dennis was brought on as an employee. So it
Correct.
changes everything. Not only what we have to withhold from them, but what we have to pay into the state and to the federal. That has to be withheld. So there's definitely budget amendments that need to happen, and I think to Charlie's question, you know, we don't have any information here about how many hours it would be, what he would be paid, how the two of them would work jointly, or if he would be replacing Dennis. We don't have any of that
Well, Mr.
information in front of us.
Shane, you're the one that said that we needed to hire somebody because of him overworking as the zoning administrator, so.
Yeah, but you don't
This
have to
is-
hire blindly. That's the point here. Nobody
How-
said anything about the hiring. You don't hire blindly. How much is it gonna be? Is he replacing? Is he working alongside? You just said there'd be two of them,
It's
so
the
we have
same-
two that we'd be paying.
We were to lighten up Dennis's hours with another janitorial position.
Making the exact same amount as Dennis?
Correct, I would assume no different.
Well, I can't assume. That's why I'm asking.
Well,
So
there's stuff that gets done here at the township, so everybody knows. There is maintenance. Maintenance has been lacking with the past janitorial. This janitorial person that's here right now,
does a great job.
we're very proud of him. If this janitor needs some help and assistance, he was asking for help and assistance. This other person would be carrying out help and assistance. The Circus Act, I'm not all about. I want to see somebody either hired and we carry out and tell him, okay, we need you today, we need you this weekend, there's some things. Dennis has something going on somewhere. I don't think this person's looking for more than that. He works currently at, I think his resume says CNR Hardware. So, I think everybody knows this person. But, I'm gonna make a motion.
So the wages are just, back up. The wages are gonna be the same as what Dennis's are. So, and then there will be a budget amendment made to cover the taxes. We can't just keep hiring people and not deal with this. Just like when we got that big workers' comp, just a moment now, we got that big workers' comp bill previously, and now this person, we have to pay workers' comp on. So my question is, so he's going to fill in wherever Dennis can't, and we're not financially expanding that budget. We need to expand the budget if you're gonna have a second person. If we only budgeted $10,000 and we're gonna have two people doing maintenance because the park is that busy,
I thought it was more than 10.
well, you know, it'd be hard because of the regular packets, there's been no quarterly report. You know, we blew through the first quarter, April, May, June. July's packet had no financial report in it.
Revenues and expenditures.
So, you know, and we're now, a month into the second quarter of